Hello again, everyone. All right, so today I'm going to take it to the comment section again. I have a question pertaining to the mother ducker. So Mr. 808 asked the question, mother ducker is typically applied directly to the track, right? Or do most people throw mother ducker on a send track instead? The answer to that question is either or. It just kind of depends on what your project calls for. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 3 practical examples of number 1, how to use the mother ducker directly as it applies to your tracks. Number 2, in a submix situation, and then number 3 in a send return auxiliary situation. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look. All right, so for starters, I have this house sort of UK garage-y kind of track going. All right, goes on for about 4 measures. So let's go over example number 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the mother ducker as a sidechain compressor, and I'm going to have the kick and bass kind of interact with one another. So basically, whenever the kick drum goes off, the bass kind of ducks, and what it'll do is it'll create like a bassy pumping effect. So here's how it works. What I'm going to do is now I'm on my drum track right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my pad mixer. So now I have my individual pads just kind of isolated, almost like on their own tracks. It makes it to where I can apply inserts to pads directly as opposed to the entire channel itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my kick drum track, which is A number 1, and I'm going to apply a dynamics effect, and this is going to be the mother ducker the mother ducker input. Now once applied, I want you to pay attention to one thing, because this is going to come in handy a little bit later. Always pay attention to the bus number for your mother ducker input. The mother ducker has its own indigenous routing system, its busing system, right? So you have 8 buses here, to which I'm only using number 1. All right, so now that we have that taken care of, we're going to go back to our main menu, and we're going to scroll over to our baseline plugin. I'm going to go to not the pad mixer, but the channel mixer, because I'm pretty sure the pad mixer won't work here. And the reason being is because this is a plugin, so it doesn't have individual samples mapped to its pads, but more or less it has this isometric keyboard layout. So what we're going to do is go over to our channel mixer. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to go over to my effects. I already have one effect applied here to the baseline, just a little compressor for punchiness. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the mother ducker itself, not the input, but the mother ducker itself. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to double tap here, and I'm going to hit the play button. So now you can see the signal come through bus number 1, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slight adjustment to the threshold, and you'll be able to hear the ducking effect you'll be able to hear the ducking effect as it impacts the bass. Here we go. I wasted all of my time on you. I wasted all of my time on you. All right, there we go. All right, so let's do a comparison. Off. I wasted all of my time on. And again, adjust the ratio, attack, release, threshold, knee, gain, etc., to taste, as it relates to this, but that's pretty much it for application number one. I really, really like this technique because essentially what it does is it carves out room for your kick drum in the event that the kick and bass clash with one another. Speaking of clashes, let's go on to method number two. So this time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the mother ducker as a form of multi-band compression. So I have a vocal track and I have a pad track, respectively tracks number 2, tracks number 3. Now I'm going to go to the channel mixer here and I'm going to solo the vocal and the pad.
I wasted all of my time on you.
All right, now ostensibly there is a subtle clash between the two tracks, right? So what I can do, let's see here. Let me go back to my, let's see. Yeah, so what I can do is I can apply a subtle amount of gain reduction. So then that way, apply a subtle amount of gain reduction to the pad. So then that way, whenever the vocalist is singing, the pads are kind of subdued, kind of tamed. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to go to the vocal and we're going to, let's see, we're going to go to our vocal track and we're going to go to our effects here. And we're going to use the mother ducker input on the vocal. Oops. Okay. Whoa. All right, here we are. Sorry about that autofocus, guys. All right. So let's see here. Now we have a mother ducker input here. Now remember what I mentioned earlier. See, bus number 1 is currently being occupied by the kick drum. So what we want to do is we want to switch over to bus number 2 for the vocal. So now, although we have 2 mother ducker inserts, they work autonomous of one another. All right. So now let's go over to our pad plugin here. So what I'm going to do first is apply the mother ducker input. I'm sorry, not the input, but the mother ducker itself. And then, actually, no. This is what we're going to do. Let's trash that for a moment. Let's go back to main for a second. Let's go over to our submix number 1 here. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the tube synth. We're going to take this pad sound and we're going to route it to submix number 1. I'll explain why in a moment. As a matter of fact, I'll explain why at the end of at the end of this particular part of the demonstration. All right, so let's go to our input output. Let's click audio out, and I'm going to scroll all the way up. I'm going to use the jog wheel to scroll all the way up to submix number 1. Okay, now we're going to go back to main. We're going to scroll over to submix number 1, and we're going to apply our dynamics effect. That's going to be our mother ducker. And we're going to apply an EQ. Let's do the para EQ. All right. So let's see. Let's go back and check our work here. Make sure that we didn't. Let's see. Make sure that there are no shenanigans here. All right. So let's see here. Sends effects. So mother ducker. Okay. So. Okay, I can actually remove. No. That's a baseline. So I think that's fine. Yep. Okay, so here we are. Cool. So our submixes look good. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, again, just double checking my work. All right, so what are we doing now? All right, so remember, the vocal is set. The vocal is our mother ducker. The vocal is our mother ducker input via bus number 2. And over here on our submix, we have a mother ducker input. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is receiving inputs from bus number 2. Again, sorry about the autofocus, guys. All right, so instead of bus number 1, we will have it receive a signal from bus number 2. All right, so now anytime the vocalist sings, there will be a subtle amount of gain reduction, or an extreme amount of gain reduction, tethered to the track that is routed to submix number 1. In this case, it's like the ethereal pad sound, right? So the ethereal synthy pad sound. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to our EQ section here first. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to do an extreme EQ job. I'm just going to do a little bit of gain reduction and maybe some enhancement on a couple of frequency bands and leave it at that. Okay, all right, so just a slight EQ adjustment, nothing major, and I think about it. I wasted all of my time on you. And not my best work, but for the purposes of this demonstration, it will do. All right, now let's go to our mother ducker here for a moment. All right, so again, we're reading from bus number 2, which is the vocalist. Let's lower the threshold. Oops, that's the attack threshold. I wasted all of my time on you. All right. I wasted all of my time on you. So, in order to correct what we're hearing right now, we have to make some adjustments to our attack and our release, and maybe even the knee. Let's see here. Let's do a soft knee here. I wasted all of my time on you. On you. I wasted all of my time on you. On you. I wasted all of my time on you. On you. I wasted all of my time on you. And there we have it. So that should do it for now. And again, when it comes down to this type of sidechain compression, I would just recommend adjusting to taste. But the fact of the matter is that a subtle amount of gain reduction is being applied whenever the vocalist is singing, so thus preventing too much of a clash.
I wasted all of my time on you.
So, and again, that's a form of multiband compression, because again, what it's doing is it's applying gain reduction to the EQ'd signal. Now, earlier, I started to apply this effect to the track directly, but then I ultimately decided to use a submix. Well, why did I do that? Well, let's just say hypothetically, there's another element that you want to introduce to your mix, and it occupies a similar frequency band that of the pads, hence a similar frequency band that of the vocals. Well, what you can do is you can route that new element into submix number 1 and apply the same treatment to it. Now, not all situations are one size fits all. It's not necessarily a Swiss Army knife solution, right? But every now and again, you may very well encounter a situation where you have to apply the same technique or the same treatment to yet another element. So there we have it. Now let's talk about technique number 3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to apply reverb and delay to the vocals. But we're going to do this by way of sends and returns. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go to our channel mixer here, and let's apply, actually let's go to main. Let's scroll over to our return number 1. There we are. Cool. All right, so we already have a reverb applied by default. And so, so we already have a reverb applied by default. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a delay. Let's see, I'm going to look for a sync delay. Sample delay. I think I skipped right past it. Delay sync. There we are. Okay, a simple synchronized digital delay, I guess you would say. All right. So let's scroll back over to our vocal track here. Let's go to our channel. Yep, let's go down to our channel mixer, and I'm going to click sends. So one thing to note, I'm going to go back to main here for a second. One thing to note is that we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 returns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's scroll back over for a moment, and let's go to our channel mixer here. And so we're on sends, right? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dials, right? They're mapped out respectively. Send 1, send 2, send 3, send 4, map to their respective returns. Return 1, return 2, return 3, return 4. Since we applied our reverb and delay to return number 1, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and crank up the decibel level, and this is what we get.
I wasted all of my time on you.
All right, sounds cool, but we got a little bit of a problem here. See, there's too much reverb and there's too much delay on the signal. And it's not so much that there's too much, it's just that too much of it is audible. So how do we fix that? Well, you guessed it. What we can do is we can apply gain reduction. So remember how I mentioned how the vocal was set to. Okay, so let's go back to our effects here for a moment, just for a quick second. So remember, the vocal is routed to bus number 2 of the mother decker input. Well, good, perfect. So what we can do now is we can go back to our returns here to our return track here, and we can apply the mother ducker. Let's see, oops, I guess I could have just as easily collapsed that. Again, there it goes, that autofocus again. My apologies, guys. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing the mother ducker and I'm just applying it to the return track. I'm going to click the, oh, so actually, let's see, I'm going to click mother ducker and I'm going to make sure that bus number 2 is being read. So now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to adjust our threshold, our attack release. Let's see what happens.
I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you.
So you see what's happening right now is that the only it's kind of weird, but now the only time you hear the reverb and delay is when the vocalist is inaudible.
I wasted all of my time on you, on you.
Right? Now, which is cool. So now what we have to do is we have to make some subtle adjustments here for taste. Let's see what we can get done here.
I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you.
It's like a slap back.
I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time
So
on you, on you. I wasted all
now,
of my time.
for something like that, I would actually like to apply automation, but again, I can play with that all night. See, but the point is that what you can do is you can create these really ethereal effects.
I wasted all of my time on you, on you. I wasted all of my time on you, on you.
As a matter of fact, I think I will apply. No. I'll save that for a different tutorial, because what I want to do is I want to apply automation. I want to apply like automation to the VCA, but again, I think I've harped on this for way too long. So, again, that is how you would apply sidechain compression or the mother ducker to a send return auxiliary situation. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, it's all about signal routing and just understanding the mother ducker's bus system, as well as understanding what your mother ducker inputs are impacting. So, you just have to kind of keep mental notes or physical notes or what have you, especially if you're not used to doing this. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty useful tool. But again, you have to make slight adjustments to taste. This was kind of a rush job, just for the purposes of demonstration.
I wasted all of my time on you,
but you guys get the point of the exercise. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the 3 mother ducker applications. All right, guys, I'm hoping that was useful. It was definitely interesting. The mother ducker is one of my favorite sidechain compressors. It's a shame it's only indigenous to the Akai units and what have you, because it's actually quite useful. It's quite powerful in the sense that it has its own bus system. The gain reduction is nice and crisp, and it has all of your standard compression parameters, everything from attack, knee, release, threshold, gain, auto gain, and everything else in between, right? So again, I'm hoping that you guys found that useful. I'm hoping that you guys make use of it. But either way, if you guys have any questions pertaining to mother ducker inserts, anything MPC related, please let me know. Leave your questions in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back with you. All right, you guys take care. Thanks.